has a heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your fight. Now go out there and take it.
What an incredible Cinderella story, this unknown. Oh, he got all of that one. He's got to be pleased with that. The crowd is just on its feet here.
Welcome to a special edition of Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live on location. Don't go away, Applebee's Tailgate Talk is next. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. Call 233-4430 or order online at applebees.com and pick your meal up with Carside to go. Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 in Athens, just off I-65. Eating good in the neighborhood. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State Hometown Team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Quality Vinyl is on your side. Quality Vinyl in Athens has been in business since 1987, offering great prices and service the whole time. What has changed is the technology of their products. From vinyl siding and shutters, sunrooms and screen rooms, to doors, windows, columns, and rails. Quality Vinyl, located on the corner of Highway 72 and Reed Road in Athens, just 6 miles west of I-65. Call 232-2665 or visit them online at qualityvinyl.net. Quality Vinyl is on your side. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. Tune in every Tuesday through Thursday this football season for the WKAC Coaches Shows. Join us as we get the scoop from Ardmore, Athens, Clements, East Limestone, Elkmont, James Clemens, Tanner, and West Limestone. Plus, we give you, the fans, the chance to ask your questions. You can email them to coaches@wkac1080.com or send them to WKAC Coaches Show, P.O. Box 1083, Athens, Alabama 35612. The WKAC Coaches Shows on 1080 WKAC.
Hey, this is Curly Hallman. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
All right, welcome to the first annual Colt Stampede. This is Applebee's Tailgate Talk, and we're out here at Clements High School. Like I said, for the first annual Clements Colt Stampede. It's homecoming week this week, and it's been interesting that we had a conversation with Coach Parker last Saturday after the Colts' third loss, and he was disappointed. Actually made the comment that he probably wouldn't be the most popular guy in Clements area this week, and I've got a couple of coaches here that verified that. So we got Coach White, is that correct? Yep, and which he also helps in the middle school, and Coach Moore, and Coach John Moore, and I had a few little battles on the field. I'm older than him, and he was always a lot bigger and stronger than me, so I'm sure if we ever got in around one another, he probably put me on my butt, Coach White. But that was a long time ago. Coaches, man, welcome to the show. We appreciate y'all joining us. Like I said, coming off, third loss, I did some kind of little bit of stat figuring and saw where like y'all are giving up 42 points a game on defense. You're averaging 23 offensively, which is good, but you're not going to have too many wins giving up 42 points a game, obviously. So tell us a little bit about this week. Coach Moore, we'll start with you and tell us how practice went and if some of the kids responded.
It's tough to start out 0-3 when your expectations would be a little bit higher. We started out with a couple of 4A schools and then got in region play last week, and kind of a disheartening loss for us. But the intensity has seemed to pick up this week. We've seen more focused. Of course, homecoming has not really been a distraction for us.
That's great.
For the most part. So we've been able to stay focused on the things that we need to accomplish. We got Colbert Heights coming in. We've always had close ball games with them, whether it's been here at Clements or over there on the mountain, as they say.
Yeah. Yep.
But I have noticed our especially our offensive defensive linemen, they've really kind of stepped up and kind of taken some ownership about where the game falls within them. They starting to understand if we don't block and we don't control that line of scrimmage, we're not giving our guys much of a chance. And even though we're scoring points, we're definitely giving them up too at the same time. But I think overall I've been pleased with our intensity level from this week. Coach White.
Coming in, like I said, I'm in the middle school majority of the day, but when we finish off, I break off, go over there with them, and just I think I've seen something in their eyes this week. I think they know that they're a whole lot better than they're playing.
Yeah. And
I think a lot of them have been disappointed in that, and they're actually realizing that, hey, guys, like, this is not what we're supposed to be about.
Not who we are.
Yeah. And, it's encouraging as coaches to see that, because if you expect more out of them than they give you, that also gets disheartening. But I think with them, they're kind of starting to come alive. Especially, like you said, up front. I think a lot of those guys are understanding that, if we don't establish the line of scrimmage ourselves, then it's going to be a long ball game.
Yeah.
And I think in the past 2 weeks, I think that's kind of been the Achilles heel.
Really.
But I think now, I think they've realized that, that I think they know who they are now. And I think we may see I think we're going to see a big change this week.
Well, that's great, man. That's great. Now, going back to what you said earlier, Coach Moore, that I know being and I never played on the line, but being a lineman, that's not the glory. You don't get your name's not in the paper.
That's right.
And all those good things. But that's exactly where the games are won and lost. And if you don't control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, you're going to get whooped. And that's just that, so I know, I guess I can understand, on one part of them, not being discouraged per se, but you know what I mean? It's like, man, why should I do all the work and they're getting all the glory type? But I'm glad to see, like you said, Coach White, that they've come around this week and they have a better understanding that the game kind of begins and ends with them. And it does. It truly does. Right. I've always wondered why, even all the way up to the NFL levels, why you don't see more recognition of linemen. Like a nose guard. They might not make a lot of tackles and stuff, but, God, they take up so much room and space and to allow the other guys to come in and make those plays.
Right.
Those stats, I guess, are kind of hard to recognize or whatever. But
well, I think if you look at other teams, even at the college and pro level, the first thing that a quarterback or a running back's going to do is acknowledge their offensive lineman as being I couldn't have done this without them. So we try to stress that to the younger high school level as well, because it is tough for the offensive and defensive linemen to perform and while they don't get that recognition in the paper and whatnot, we try to give that recognition within the
internally,
team. Internally,
yeah.
So.
And that's great, and they should, and because it does, it makes you as a fellow teammate, knowing that your other teammate appreciates the job that you're doing, it just makes you motivated to continue to want to do it and get even better at it. And without a doubt, a lot of times you'll even see on the NFL level, or at the end of the year, a running back, quarterback, whatever, will buy the lineman, watches or send them on family vacations or whatever for their gratitude, because they know that they couldn't have gotten all their glory without those guys up front. So, now, what do you think about this? Is awful early in the year for homecoming, or it seemed to me like it was. Are y'all glad to just go ahead and kind of get it out of the way? I know you said, Coach White, it wasn't, or one of y'all said it hadn't been that big of a distraction, which is great, but are y'all glad just though that it's kind of going to come and go?
Well, it's if you look at it from the aspect of being early in the season, you go ahead and get it over with, because as you get into region play, you get late in the season. The games mean more, because then you're figuring out where you fall in the standings,
and you don't need that distraction.
So I guess having it early, is probably a positive for us, because we get it out of the way. And we can move on with the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Coach White?
Yeah, I agree. Believe it or not, I played Colorado for my homecoming my senior year here back in 2016. So having them play again, we lost. I'm
got revenge on your mind.
I got revenge on my mind, absolutely. But I agree with Coach Moore. I think getting it over with, like you said, talking about as the season goes on, the less distractions you have, the better, because, like you said, the game just start meaning a whole lot more. But of course, every game is important too. It's all about the game at hand.
Yeah.
And I think if they look at it as it's still a game. There's nothing special about it, other than it just has an extra name beside it.
Exactly.
I think I think a lot of times you see the word homecoming, and you think, from a home standpoint, you feel a whole lot more sense of pride. Like, okay, we got to get a win, because we have a whole lot more fans, have a whole lot more alumni here. So, if anything, it should just deepen their passion and pride to try and go out there and get a win for everybody. So,
and I think too, the fact that we're 0-3. We're looking for that first win.
What a better time to get it.
Yeah, if we're 3-0, then I'd say, homecoming's probably going to be a distraction for us. But the fact of really wanting to dig down and get that first win, I think that's the homecoming is kind of taking a back seat, to taking care of business and trying to get a W Friday night.
Well, speaking of alumni, we're now joined by the new principal and former Clement Colts himself, Clements area legend, Coach Clint Legg.
I'm not a legend.
You're a legend.
These guys beside me are. Hey, but if you notice, when John walked up, he don't limp. He's never been cut up because we blocked for him. He never got sacked.
Never took care of him, did he?
He never did. He's always been clean. Hey, but guys, and these guys will agree, there's some people that comes to one game a year, and that's homecoming.
Yeah.
And they judge you by what you got. And is it a lot of pressure? It can be, but I mean, I love it, and like I said, we're now trying to get school spirit back. And I'm not saying it hadn't been here. I hadn't been here, but as long as I'm here, I want the guys that play, the girls that play. I want the community here. I wish the whole Clements community was here right now. There's a lot here.
There's a lot
now, but it's just sooner or later we'll get everybody back down here and everybody fired up about Clements Colt.
Well, I think this is a wonderful idea. I mean, you got all kinds of activities going on: bounce houses, cornhole, dunk machine, food trucks out there.
Kona Ice.
Kona Ice out there. I even donated a little bit to the bucket coming in to help support the Clements Colts. And
awesome.
And so if y'all do come in, man, drop $10 in that bucket, man. It means a lot.
Or one, or a quarter,
or anything. That's true.
Just come on out.
Just whatever you can give, because smaller schools like this need it. And I'm proud for Coach Legg to be back here. Have an opportunity to come back home, and he loves this place. He loves y'all, and he loves these kids and this community. And not that anybody in the past few years hasn't done a good job. They have. It's just, man, when it means more to you when it's home.
That's right.
And also being a former coach, man, I'm sure he doesn't mind sharing opinions on the field, but it's good. I mean, it's a former head coach and a successful one at that. It's how even much better is it to have a principal that can talk the game and knows what a coach goes through, knows what the kids go through.
Absolutely,
it's a big deal. It's a big deal, absolutely. So I'm proud for all y'all and the team and the whole community that Coach Legg's back here.
I'm proud to be here, man. I always want to keep guys like. That's another thing, too. You hire people from Clements, they're going to work harder. These guys here love Clements and love the school and love the kids here. And, these guys are doing it for nothing. Yeah. And John said that the other night to him. And I'm here, and Ben said the other night to our middle school guys, I'm here because I love it. And the more you do it, the more you do love it. And the harder you work, the more you hate for somebody to come in here and not really care like as much as you do.
Yeah.
It's like I compare it to this. When we drive our cars, when I'm in my car, I'm in my truck, I take care of it. Yeah. But when your wife hops in there with your truck, you got all kind of stuff because it's not her truck. She don't
care.
It's the same kind of deal with this.
Well, all of y'all are driving this car pretty darn well so far. I know the season, as far as the wins and losses, hadn't turned out, but I feel really good for y'all this week. And
we're right there on it, practice.
Yeah.
We're right there.
Oh, I know y'all are. There's no doubt. And Coach Parker has done a wonderful job since he's been here, and he's kind of an old school to me type coach.
He is old school.
And I, sometimes I wonder if the way kids are nowadays, if how they respond to an old school type guy. But man, to me, that's just the way to do it. Always has been.
Yeah, it's just a different mentality in today's world in high school football.
Every sport.
In all sports really.
I mean, I've been in basketball and football locker rooms after a team's lost, and and I don't mean like 42-0. I mean like last second field goal, 14-13. You expect to hear or see tears or somebody hitting the locker, and they talking about where they're gonna go to eat or they're fine, and so it's just like you said, it's a different mentality for today's athlete.
But we've been trying real hard this week to get some intensity back in our football team. Last week at Phil Campbell, we just really played flat with no emotion. It's not that you're supposed to play with emotion, but have that grittiness about you. And that's what we're looking for to find again.
Yeah. Coach Parker said he was going to find 11 that wanted to do it.
That's all you need, right?
That's 11. All you need, I guess. And but you're right, football is such a greedy, emotional type, whatever. I mean, it's not like baseball. Baseball's a little bit more laid back. You have to be intense. You have to be ready to pop somebody, get popped, whatever. And I don't even see why you would want to put on the pads if you don't have that level of intensity.
That's right.
To be honest, but
and we've really even challenged our guys to that point. If you're gonna put the pads on, you're gonna put that black and white on. Go out on Friday night, play for Clements High School. Don't forget that's who you represent. So the way you play is representative of the school and the community.
Absolutely.
And that's what Coach Legg has really brought back, made us recognize that again as a community.
Well, that's awesome. Well, guys, man, thank y'all so much for joining us. I'm not going to take up much more of your time. Let y'all go over and kick some tail and cornhole or something.
Sounds good.
I heard y'all being challenged over there a while ago, so y'all might just want to go get some of that action, take a little bit of side money.
I don't know. Last time I was partners with Coach Moore here, I lost the game for him, so I don't think he wants to.
We took a loss down the river about 3 weeks ago. But, Todd, appreciate you having us, man. We enjoyed it.
Well, thank y'all for having us out here. Like I said, it's a wonderful thing, and I hope it continues on. I hope we're here 10 years from now doing the same thing. So
sounds good.
All right, guys. Well, good luck Friday night.
Yes,
we'll
sir.
be rooting for y'all.
Appreciate that.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
If you're running out of space and a yard sale just isn't an option, Midpoint Storage and Buddy Box Storage gives you the choice. Midpoint Storage on Highway 72 East has traditional or climate-controlled units along with spaces for your boat or RV. Buddy Box offers convenient, secured, portable storage units delivered right to your home. They're both locally owned, too. Call 256-800-4249. Look for them on Facebook or online at midpoint.storage.com or buddyboxstorage.com. It's a win-win situation. Midpoint Storage and Buddy Box Storage. 256-800-4249.
Ardmore Telephone Company has been operating right here in your community since the 1950s. Over the years, we've brought you advanced communication services such as telephone, high-speed internet, and security systems. And going forward, we'll be right here ready to provide you with innovative services and the high level of customer service you've come to expect. At Ardmore Telephone, our proof is the test of time, running decades deep. We're Ardmore Telephone, and we are here to stay. For more details, call 1-800-830-9946 or visit ardmore.net.
Accidents happen. It's a part of life. So next time a wreck is a part of your life, Sides Auto Body Repair is there to lend a hand. Since 1987, Sides Auto Body Repair has been guiding customers through the repair process with as little stress as possible, offering free estimates, a limited lifetime warranty on their work, as well as saving you the headache of handling the insurance paperwork. They're also ICAR Platinum certified and can boast over 60 years of combined experience. Call their Highway 72 West location at 230-6464 or Highway 72 East at 444-0729. Either way, call them first. Sides Auto Body Repair.
He'll take the snap, looking for running room on the outside. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. Angling for the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, James Clements.
Be listening for James Clements High School football this season as the Jets take on the best in Class 7A competition. You can hear every featured game streamed live online at pasnetwork.net, on your Amazon Echo device by saying, Alexa, open Play Action Sports, or on your Play Action Sports app, and later on demand. You can also hear the replays Sundays at noon on WKAC Radio. Join us for exciting coverage of James Clements Jets football this season from Play Action Sports and 1080 WKAC.
Hi, this is former University of Alabama wide receiver Tim Boyd, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. You're joined here by Todd, the Bod, really the talent, Tom Merlin, and producer extraordinary Tim Lambert. And we're here at the Clements, what are we calling it now? It's the Clements Stampede?
Yeah, the tailgate.
Coach, is that right?
I think it's Tailgate Stampede.
Yeah, first annual Colt Stampede. That's where we're at. First annual Colt Stampede. And this is a wonderful idea. I don't know who came up with it. Do you? Probably Coach Legg.
Probably so.
But nice turnout. We were talking about alumni earlier, and I don't know if you know that young man standing over in that yellow shirt. His name's L.C. Gill. Do you know L.C., Coach?
I don't.
Okay. Well, I have to introduce you to him. He played basketball here, and he was a wonderful basketball player, and he's a good friend. But so right now we're joined by the girls' basketball coach, the new head basketball coach, varsity girls, Grace Newton. Coach, thanks so much for being here.
Well, thanks for having me. We appreciate y'all coming out.
No, we're glad to be here, and we've spoken before, but you walked up, and I didn't realize who you were because I had not seen you. Didn't realize how young you were. So a couple years at Decatur, last year Coach Murphy at Athens, and now head coach at Clements. So congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Played at Lauderdale County.
I did.
And so for those that don't know, and I'm sure everybody at this point does know, that's a dynasty, for goodness sake. I don't know when they've not had a good team. And by good, in their eyes, is
2011, my junior year.
Oh, really? You remembered, huh?
Oh,
well, what was y'all's record?
I couldn't tell you our record.
Was it a losing record?
No.
See, that's what
not.
I'm saying. Like 20-6 is like disappointment for them.
Yeah, that was the first year, or the only year I think that in the history of the school they haven't made it to the regional tournament.
Wow.
Wow. So it was definitely tough being part of that. But
I bet. Yeah, bless your heart. That was something that the community supported for so long, and y'all were so used to it. But, and that's what's always amazed me about that program is to be able to stay at that level for so long.
It's hard.
It's so hard because everybody's gunning after you. I played at East Limestone in the early to mid 80s, and we were really good. We were ranked every year. Clements here was ranked every year. Athens and Tanner, all of us were ranked. And all of us at the time were 2A. Other than Athens, they were 3 or 4A, whatever they were, 4A. Back then it was only 4 classifications. But yeah, to stay at that level and with knowing it doesn't matter, you could be playing the worst team in the world. They're going to play at such a high level to beat you. You can't mentally slip. You can't certainly physically slip. No,
and that's what I don't know if a lot of people realize. I was very fortunate in my senior year. We answered that, and we won a state title.
Yep.
Probably beat a lot of people we shouldn't have because of our mindset.
Yeah.
But then they went where they won those 5 in a row. And Llewellyn asked me to come back and be an assistant, I guess, starting in, I graduated in 12, so starting in 14.
Okay.
And it was neat to see a different side of it.
Oh, I bet.
But that was right around the time they were on that 80-whatever game win streak. And just talking to Emma and Ivy, and they were like, I wish we'd lose our first game this season. Because you want the monkey off your back.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just, there's some cons that come with success too. It's just, it's expected, and it's not a joy anymore, and you don't ever want to lose that.
No, you don't. You don't want to lose that joy. You don't want to lose that edge, right? Like where you think just because you walk into a gym you're going to win the game. And I'm sure during that 80-plus game streak that, 40, 50 games in, they were thinking that, right? All we have to do is walk in, put on our uniforms, and W's coming our way. And it's kind of like Alabama, football, having all that success for so long at a high level. And, like I said earlier, the worst teams play their best games, One thing that Coach Saban's done well, and I think we did it well, in Lauderdale County's obviously done it very well, is never play down to their level, to the other team's level. Right. You can't. If you're supposed to win by 20, 40, y'all would win by 20 or 40.
Right, and that's, it's kind of, you just have to make the emphasis more on do what you're supposed to do.
Supposed to do.
And you can't, you can't look at the scoreboard. You can't, you play.
That's a great point. I like that. Do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. Don't worry about what's up there on the score. Because if you do all those things, the scoreboard's going to take care of itself.
And that was always preached to us in the locker room. That, if we go take care of, if we were on the floor, if we box, if we can do the little things that we know how to do and what we're supposed to do, it'll be all right. Everything's going to work itself out.
Yeah, and the little things are what's very important. Boxing out, like you said, hitting a darn free throw when you're supposed to hit a free throw. Mm-hmm. Following your shot. Just, so many little things that the game of basketball, and it's my favorite sport. I love basketball. All my buddies rag on me, because this is a football state, and I love football. But there's just something about basketball that's just, I don't know. I can't describe it. It's just, I love it and you don't see it very often because the game's changed so much. You don't really have, centers and post play like you did when I was younger. Right. But I love to see a great entry pass. I don't know why it excites me, but I guess because I don't see it very often anymore. But, a nice bounce pass coming down the court, two-handed chest pass, all those little things.
Well, and it's just fun to watch. When you have a good team on the floor and you watch how all 5 of them can click together, it's obviously my favorite too. But there's just something about
it is.
Everybody.
To me, there's nothing to see better than, like you said, to see 5 girls or guys out on the court clicking. Just reading each other's minds, doing it before it happens. Backdoor play or just something that was not designed per se. Right. It's just something that they see on the court develop and they take advantage of it. Mm-hmm. And it's so fast. The game's played probably a lot faster level than even when I played. We didn't have 3-pointers, so. Right. And we had some guys around here, Buck Williams being one that played here. I don't know if you ever heard of Buck, but a legend in this county. And, Lord, if we'd had 3-pointers back then, he probably would still have the state scoring record.
Right.
Because, oh, Lord, he mean, 25, 30 footers all night long. But he went on to play at UNA and had some success. But basketball's just changed so much, and sometimes I get a little frustrated watching a game and somebody's 3 feet from the basket, look like they're going to do a finger roll, and all of a sudden they're throwing it 15 feet, 20 feet out in the corner. I know that's the game now.
Yeah.
But and 3 points obviously worth more than 2. But you're right there at the basket. I don't get it. But use the backboard. That's another one. Oh my gosh, use the glass. But
yeah, I'm not so big on. I know a lot of people are moving towards the percentages of, and I'm a math teacher and I have my master's, but I'm just. To me, is it a good shot? And is it a good shot in that situation? I don't like to put a definition on it.
Right. That's great. Yeah.
It's just, is that a good shot for us when we're down 3? Or is that a good shot for us?
You have to know the situation, time on the clock, how many points that you're up or down or whatever. Yeah, that's a great point. Well, I'm excited for you. And, I'm sure that you're going to do some wonderful things. And if you don't mind me asking, without giving away too much of a game plan, offensively, what do you like to do?
Well, my dad was the boys coach at Lauderdale County, and I learned a lot from him. And then watching him coach my brothers, and I was constantly hearing the coaching side of it. But from him, I got read and react. And to me, it keeps it simple.
Yeah.
They learn how to play basketball.
Yeah.
And it's not as much of, especially with girls, you get into sets and you turn into girls want to do exactly what you ask.
Exactly. Without a doubt. This is where I'm supposed to move. Right. They're very literal. That's a great point. And
you said we were looking for this shot. Yeah, but
this was open over here. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's great. And I know off air we were talking, and you said you had several girls playing volleyball.
Right.
So obviously that, depending on how far they go into, playoffs or whatever, you're not going to be able to prepare and throw all those things in. So, God bless you on that. That's going to be tough to be able to install your offenses and defenses.
It will. Luckily, I was hired right at the end of May. I was hired the last day of school. At that 7:30 board meeting, and it was a half day, and I had practice at 11:30.
Oh wow! You jumped right on in.
Sure did.
I love it.
And I was really impressed this summer with how quickly they were able to pick up the offense.
Nice.
Before we had our play dates, I think we had 5-6 practices before our first play date, and it wasn't until the day before that I put all 5 girls out there at the same time.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I was like, because I was drilling it up and working on cuts and working on what we're supposed to be looking for and that kind of thing. But they picked it up really well. I got a good group of girls who feed off of each other.
That's great.
And, it was fun. But, they picked up on it, and I was impressed with our improvement from day one of playing to the end of,
Yeah.
And that was only with really 5-6 practices, and our defense greatly improved, and we didn't have much.
So it sounds like they've bought in.
They have, and it's still work in progress still.
Oh yeah.
But we're getting there, and I'm excited.
Well, and you bring up about the play dates and stuff. That's I won't say an advantage because everybody gets the same opportunity, but it's whatever it is. Like back when we played, you couldn't do any of that.
Right.
You can only start practicing in October, whenever it was, late September. I'm not even sure, but so you weren't able to work on anything supposedly during the summer. Some coaches would kind of tweak it a little bit there and work it in, but so. At least where did y'all play your play dates?
We hosted several.
Oh, did you host some? Okay.
Yeah. I forget how many now. This summer with me getting hired and jumping into it and selling a house and buying a house.
Yeah, wow, yeah.
We hosted 5 or 6.
Oh, okay.
Here.
So you got a few games
and
in.
then we went 2 days to Lauderdale County.
Oh,
and
nice.
It was, I guess, eye-opening, too.
I was just going to use that word.
That when we walked in the first day, the girls were like, we've never won here. And I was like, wait, what?
Well, there's a lot of schools that can say that.
Yeah, and I've never thought of it from that perspective. And I was like, well,
you just think about it, all the games that's been won.
Today's going to be the day where where that changes.
Yeah.
And we played 2 games on that Monday, I think, and then 2 games on Tuesday, and They won all 4, so hopefully.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So
that's very exciting and got to make you feel good.
And it was good for them to see their name on top in that gym.
Heck yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And hopefully that will translate over and build some confidence going into this season.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Well, we're excited to watch y'all play. Really are. Sam, I'm trying to think, defensively real quick, kind of what's your philosophy? Do you mix it up?
Yeah.
Like man-to-man, zone?
I prefer a man. But, when I was at Decatur, my first year, I hounded man, and quickly learned that, hey, probably shouldn't have been as stubborn as I was that first year.
Well, sometimes you just got to go with what you got, and if they can't do it, I guess they can't.
And it's just like your offense.
Yeah.
I'm not a college coach. I've got to find a system that works best for whatever players I have.
Yeah.
I can have my preferences.
Right, but if you don't have any outside shooting, then you got to work
probably
around
don't need to shoot a whole lot of threes.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, good deal. We're excited, like I said, for you. And when's the season tip off? I know middle school will be the West Limestone deal.
It will. I want to say, let me look at a calendar. I can tell you what date it's going to be on. I have to look at it. November. Look, that's way far ahead. I want to say we start the 11th or the 12th, that Friday.
November.
November.
Okay. Okay.
That's when varsity will tip off.
Okay. So you'll really only have about 3 weeks of practice.
Yeah. It'll be tough. But
there'll be some long nights up here at that gym.
It will. And then again, basketball, it's a long season.
It is.
And as much as you want to win every ball game, you've got to be willing to and make the girls understand that, hey,
it's a process.
We don't want to be playing our best ball first game.
No.
You don't want to peak out way too soon.
No.
So.
And it's such a game of repetition and stuff until you get those, reps under you.
Right.
And where you're not really having to think as much as just react.
Yes.
Like you said earlier.
Well, and that's kind of like this summer. We didn't have everything in that we needed to play.
I'm sure. You just had to put in a little what you could.
We had to talk about a press breaker. We hadn't had a chance to work on.
What about press in? Do you like to press at all?
Yes, but we didn't this summer. Yeah. So it was a lot of.
Yeah, you only had a short amount of time. You had to get something in just to.
And there was a lot of learning as you go kind of thing. And that's probably how, especially with having so many that do play other sports, it's going to be like that probably November. Then hopefully around Christmas time, we're starting to really get everything in.
That's when it needs to start kicking in. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, if you had the team for a season before these play dates and everything, would it be a case where you wouldn't want to come in and show everything, or would you just play?
For the summer?
Yeah.
In the summer, to me, it's not a whole lot about. When I'm coming in new, I wanted to have some success. Just coming in and getting the girls to buy in. You want some immediate success, but it's more about that team learning who's going to be the leader. Who's going to be the one that when we need a bucket, who's going to be the one to step up. And not necessarily just working on our team chemistry really more than the X's and O's and how we do
not
things.
Necessarily like the NFL preseason.
Yeah. How many girls did you have for this summer?
This summer we had about 18.
Oh, wow. Did you dress them all for the play game?
No, that was 7 through 12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was.
That's tight.
It was very tight. Right now, I think I'm looking at about 16 middle schoolers.
Okay.
So I've been doing some recruiting in the halls, and we're getting trying to get more people interested.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And but. Its numbers are slowly growing, but I even had the talk with some of them today. Numbers are growing, but
we need you.
That doesn't mean that you still have to come here and work.
Oh,
just because I'll go play with 5. That's all I need. Now we're going to be. We have to be really smart.
You won't be pressing and all game and running up.
No,
but
the style would definitely have to change, but interest is definitely starting to build. And I do a thing with beads that I've been amazed at how much they really have bought into that too. Like last Friday, we went to Blue Springs, and we greeted the elementary kids as they came in, and they were all 7 o'clock. That's early getting to school. I'm like, And they were like, I don't know. I was like, well, you'll get a beat if you come. You're volunteering to get. Buddy, you'd
really?
Be,
They're all in for a beat.
They were all in for it.
I'm gonna try that with my son. I'm sure it wouldn't work with him, but you know what? And that's awesome that you're doing things like that, because you're bridging that gap or whatever. That these kids at elementary level look up to these middle schoolers and varsity players, and they I want to be them one day. And so that's really good idea.
I remember as an elementary kid, going and watching the high schoolers, being like,
I want to be that one day.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, obviously you have duties somewhere else, and you're being called.
No, they're trying to put me in that dunk tank.
Oh, no wonder she was like, I'm not doing any of that action. Wind's blowing. Why not, Coach? I mean, it won't be cold at all.
I don't have a towel. If you want me to do something like that, I need to know.
Yeah, let me know. That's right.
You're going to have to let me think on it for about a week and get myself mentally prepared for that.
Yeah, you can't just.
I would have been a lot nicer to
hey.
some of these kids in the hallway.
No, if you'd have known that. Yeah, they're going to find out Coach is up on the booth next. They're going to be buying balls left and right. I'll get her.
I think I see plenty of other teachers around here that
There you go.
Definitely take that.
Give me a D on my next test, and we'll see how that goes.
I mean, I gave a test today. This is not good timing for me.
So math. You said math teacher. What grade?
I'm doing middle school.
Oh, okay.
I have all 8th grade and then some of 7th grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. For somebody that can't tell you what 2 + 5 is, I'm amazed by anybody that can do well at math, let alone teach it. So good for you.
Yeah, and I'm not a math guru. I wouldn't call myself.
You got a master's, so you're not. I won't call you a geek. You're not a geek by any stretch, but you're very smart. That's for sure.
I like the perseverance of it almost. I like to teach that side of it.
Oh, okay.
You may be struggling, but
we can get past.
Yes.
Yeah. So you use a little bit of your coaching technique.
Yeah, absolutely. You got
to get them through. I'm sure. Well, I wished I'd had a coach to teach me math or something. Other than
I did.
My
coach taught me algebra. I just wish I had never taken algebra.
I saw my old. You're just gonna think horribly of me, but I had a really good friend pass away last week. Anyway, I was going through some stuff. We graduated, and he was a really great basketball player. Anyway, I was going through and found my old report card my senior year. My semester average in algebra first semester was a 9.
Wow.
So it shows y'all I'm smart, guys.
Do they just forget to add the 0 after that?
No, unfortunately not. So my second semester, I had to go take 9th grade math to have enough math credits to graduate. I passed 9th grade math. I was a senior, so hey, not to that
but you got out, right?
That's right.
Y'all have a fundraiser coming up.
Oh, that's right.
We do. October 9th, we're doing an Applebee's pancake breakfast.
Yep. And y'all got to come out to these things. They're besides good eating and all that, it's just a great way to support the community, the team.
Yeah.
And
now this year they're doing to go only.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
But I'm glad to be able to do it. They didn't do it last year, so somewhat normal.
So with all this stuff going on. So what time does it start? 8, probably 8?
8 to 10.
Okay, so
October 9th.
October 9th, 8 to 10. I don't care where you went to school, where your kids go to school. We also support one another in this county, because when one team's successful, all teams are successful. So get out there and support the Clements Colts. And Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Go to your Amazon Echo and say Play Tailgate Talk, or your Google Home device and say Play Applebee's Tailgate Talk, and hear the show in crystal clear quality. We'll be back with more Tailgate Talk after this.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Smith's Heating and Cooling in Elkmont is your friendly local contractor servicing most brands of equipment and proudly installing industry industry-leading Rheem systems. Whether it's an air conditioner, gas furnace, heat pump, or indoor air quality system, Smith's Heating and Cooling takes pride in their exceptional installation and 24/7 customer service after the fact. They offer financing too. Call 777-5450 today to schedule an appointment or a free no-obligation consultation. Smith's Heating and Cooling. Call 777-5450. Visit them on Facebook or online at smithsheatingandcoolingllc.com.
Hey guys, this is Joanna Clem for CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. I'd like to personally invite you to visit CEI Bookstore. While you're here, you'll find a wide selection of Bibles, gift items, trustworthy study materials, and more for you and your church. Our friendly staff will be happy to help you with your selections while you shop in the store. We even offer personalized Bible imprinting and gift wrapping. Not in the Athens area? Enjoy shopping with us online at truthbooks.com. CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications, taking his hand, helping each other home.
At Hendricks Power Washing and Striping, your property is their priority. Power washing, striping, seal coating, crack filling, and asphalt maintenance, rain or shine, day or night. Call Colby for a free quote at 256-763-1740. Visit their Facebook page and see what they've done for other satisfied customers. Give your home or business that brand spanking new look, courtesy of Hendricks Power Washing and Striping. Licensed and insured. Call 256-763-1740. Hendricks Power Washing and Striping. WKAC wants to recognize our local athletes, and you can help. Go to WKAC1080.com throughout the school year and click on the Tailgate Talk icon to vote for the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. The winner will receive a gift card from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and a t-shirt from Gotcha Covered Screen Printing and more. Submit your own nominations for future polls, too. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Cast your vote today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and 1080 WKAC.
Hello, I'm Andrew Smith, head baseball coach at Dartmoor High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
All right, welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Todd DeBot Tomlin here with producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert here at the first annual Colt Stampede. Pretty successful night, man. We got cornhole and dunk tanks, lots of food, shaved ice, snow cones. Just, man, it's just really cool to see the community coming out and some of the alumni here for homecoming week. Now we're joined with us by the head coach, Michael Parker, and assistant coach, Zack Meadows. How y'all doing, fellas?
Doing well. Doing all right, thanks.
So, Coach, we had a long talk Saturday after a disheartening night the night before, and you said you might not be the most popular dude around Clements High School this past week. From what I've heard from other coaches, y'all had some pretty good practices. So obviously you might not be the most well liked, but hopefully we're going to find some results tomorrow night, right?
Well, I hope so. You know, we've had a good week of practice. My whole plan was to go full pass today too.
Wow.
But we come out Monday. I come out here Sunday, and the longer I cut grass out here, the madder I got.
I bet.
So I made a decision Sunday. Everybody's playing in the JV game Monday night.
Wow.
We're going to get better, except for the seniors. We didn't play the seniors, and we did.
That's a great idea.
We had a shootout with Lindsay Lane up here. I think we ran for 1,000 yards apiece.
Oh, wow.
I think we ended up beating them 53-43 or something.
Oh, I didn't see that score. Wow.
But we went down and practiced for 2.5 hours before we come up here. So imagine a 53-43 game lasted 2.5 hours too. So
oh man, I love
about
it.
5 hours of football Monday.
That's what I love about you, Coach. I brag on you all the time because you have that old school kind of mentality, which I think is successful today. It was, and it always will be. I can remember times where we would lose a game, and you're going to get your stuff out of your locker room. Coach would be like, "Where the heck you think y'all going? Put your practice gear on," and we'd be there another hour and a half, 2 hours after a loss.
That's exactly right.
And that gets you attention, big time. Running a few suicides and working on whatever mistakes you'd made during that course of that game. But I'm glad y'all had some good practices. I know. Being 0-3 is disheartening, especially when I'm sure at least a couple of them games you really expected to win.
Yeah. I felt like we could have beaten Wilson. We started playing too late We got behind there and made some crucial mistakes, and then turned it up in the third quarter. And
it's hard to play catch up sometimes.
It is. We were down 26-6 and took the lead 28-26 late. It was late in the fourth. We gave them the ball with about 4 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, 4 minutes.
And they took it down and scored, and we just didn't have time to respond to it.
So we got Colbert Heights, like I said earlier on the show, it's homecoming. So tomorrow night's the game. At least you've gotten all the festivities out of the way. You know much about Colbert Heights and what they're going to bring in?
Colbert Heights is always going to bring it to us. So they're they still play hard, still get after it. They graduated the Shaw kid from last year. So
that didn't hurt your feelings,
no, it didn't. And then they graduated the other kid that hurt us more than him, that Gage kid. So they graduated both of them. I feel like we're the better team going in.
Yeah.
Now, are we going to respond and play like the better team? That's up to them. But we did have a better week of practice, better week of preparation. Kids had a little fun yesterday at practice. We got after each other pretty good. So, I feel good about it.
Well, good.
We just got to go out and perform.
Yeah, I know Colbert Heights is 2-2. I'm not sure who they've beaten or lost to, but being homecoming and all, hopefully the kids are going to respond after an intense, hard week of practice, and knowing there's going to be a lot of alumni sitting up there in them stands. And you want to make, besides you want to make your teammates proud of one another, you want to make this community and of course the coaches proud too. So hopefully they're going to respond, and once they get that taste of victory. Maybe going forward, they'll want that a little bit more, and the next time they do possibly lose a game, it'll hurt even a little bit more.
Yeah, and I don't want to be all negative about it. We haven't put the same team on the field yet, back to back. Coaches struggled over there on defense. We had COVID, we've had injuries, and playing people out of positions, and it's hard to prepare for somebody in 3 days.
That's true. Especially when you got kids playing out of position. Right. I don't think a lot of people understand how big of a deal that is. Especially on exactly. You only have so many kids to pull from, and they may not have a lot of experience. And even if you're moving the left tackle over to right tackle, it's not. It's tackle, but it's not the same. Exactly. It's just not. And
now you're asking that 9th grader to step up there and fill a role of a 12th grader.
Exactly. And he's playing against probably another 12th grader who's bigger, stronger, and obviously more experienced. But that's some of those smaller school struggles, obviously. And then you throw that COVID and the contact tracing and all that mess in there on top of it. Doesn't make it for easy, I know.
No, and, that's not an excuse. Everybody's got that problem.
No, everybody does, but it affects some teams stronger than others, though, depending, I guess, week to week. But are y'all doing anything special as far as protocol? Anything that you would consider like maybe somebody else isn't doing?
Like I said the other day on the show, I'm requiring my guys in the hallways to wear masks, and in the classroom to wear masks. And Coach Legg fell in there and helped me with the teachers. We've got the football players sitting together in class.
I thought that's awesome.
So he's been a big help on that end of things as far as the classroom stuff goes. So and we haven't had, I think, 2 cases.
Oh, good for you.
2 that's got sent home because of that. We had 1 sent home because of exposure within the family. But injuries is a big thing for us. We started I think I counted last week, with all the injuries and the COVID, we've been out 9 players.
Oh, geez. All right, how many of y'all even dressed?
Well, today at practice we had 30.
Wow.
So
30 your team.
Yeah.
And, really.
And we lost 5 this week. We had 2 quitters, and I got rid of 3. I told you I wasn't going to be
You weren't
popular.
playing. You said you was going to find 11 that wanted to play, and you didn't care who there was, but you needed 11 to step up. But you know what? Moving forward, it's probably a good thing.
It is.
Not just for on the field stuff, but in the locker room and stuff. Football's not for everybody, and if you don't want to put in the effort, and then especially on game night, if you're not going to give that effort, you don't need to put the pads on. You just don't.
And it tells these guys who they can depend on.
Yeah, well, that's a great point too. Everybody knows who's got their back,
Right.
and now and you know this, and Coach Mills, you do too, but. It does. It brings that unifying feeling to a team. You know, kind of. This is gonna sound ugly, but you kind of cleared out some of the clutter.
Right.
And so everybody now moving forward can focus as a team on what it is you're supposed to do each week. So
that's what I told the teams Sunday. You know, and it's a bad example, but it's like a cancer. You know, if you don't cut that cancer out, it's gonna continue.
And it only takes one.
Yeah. It's going to continue to eat
and
at you.
as a coach, I know you hate to have to do that, but at the same time, your job is to win ball games and to improve the team each week. And sometimes you just got to make those decisions. So hats off to you for doing that.
So we made right decisions, but hey, they responded well. You know, it's not. I mean, our kids just come out and went back to work.
That's awesome.
You know, so
they know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Deep down, they know.
They do.
And there was probably talk amongst themselves about, man, I'm glad Coach did that. You know.
Probably so.
I mean, I've been in that situation, and and I had teammates that were really, really good.
Yeah.
But they were a cancer, and it didn't last long for them, and we missed them during game day, but it made it for much better for the rest of the year. It really did. So once again, like I said, I hate you had to do it, but right decision. Well, fellas, thank y'all so much for joining us, man. We really appreciate
Coach,
y'all having us.
Coach, let me tell you about this week. Coach said he had a rough week, but Coach Meadows here is probably used to the rough weeks because in high school he played for Pew. And I'm sure it was 6-7 hour practices with Coach Meadows over there at West Limestone. That's daily bread for Pew. If you don't know, man, that's the way he does it, and that's coaching. And there are a lot of light.
I can say, I've always compared y'all.
There are a lot of light,
and it's a compliment.
Yeah,
I hope you take it that way.
Well, sometimes. I mean,
it depends on which comparison I'm giving.
I think Pew's hair is a little bit prettier than Coach Parker's.
Well, nobody's got hair like Coach Pew, man.
If he's got hair, he's prettier than mine, I promise you.
Yeah, Coach Pew, you got the prettiest hair in the county, man. So keep it up.
Me and old Coach Pew get along great.
Yep, he's a good one. But fellas, we're rooting for y'all. Really are, man. We want y'all to have success, and you've done a wonderful job, Coach, since you've been here. And
let me take time too. I appreciate what you're saying, but I've got good staff.
Oh, I know you do.
Coach
Absolutely.
Meadows, I turn stuff over to Coach Meadows, and I don't worry about it anymore.
You know it's going to get done.
He takes care of it, and he's got good help with him. Coach Spear does a great job with him. So, and I talked to him a little bit more this week about what we're doing defensively, but usually I let it go, and I trust him to do a job.
And you know what? That's what a head coach is supposed to do.
Yeah.
Find people that can do a good job, let them do their job. And then, if they have problems, you hold accountability or whatever at that moment. But that's exactly what a head coach is supposed to do. You can't micromanage a football team on any level.
No, and I'm not going to.
Your responsibilities are bigger than that. So
I think he's always got a good game plan together. And, I think I have a good offensive game plan together. Sometimes it don't work. Sometimes the kids don't perform.
Well, that's the thing. You can have the best game plan out there, but if they don't execute it, what you going to do?
Yep.
There's no sense even changing it up because if they're not going to execute this one thing, they're not going to execute the other as well.
And that's what we've
that's
been
frustrating, I'm
dealing with a little
sure.
bit. Just like one of the kids that quit this week. I mean, I look out there and Coach has to put him in at linebacker. He's getting his butt drove down the field 15 yards. And no worries about getting off the block. I mean, don't even try. So
that's my point about why would you even bother putting on the pads?
Right.
If I'm going out there with pads on, I'm going out there not necessarily to hurt somebody, but I'm going out there to light somebody up and do my job. My job is to just fill a gap so somebody else can make a play or whatever it is, whatever position. That's Coach Saban said, something along the lines, just give me your best for, an average football play lasts 6 seconds. Give me your best, do what you're supposed to do, and give full effort for those 6 seconds.
Yeah.
And you're going to, win. Yeah. And I think that's a great way to look at the game. I don't understand. I tend to pick on kids nowadays. I don't know. It's just not the same as it was when we were coming up.
It's not. I mean, you can't.
And you coming from your background as far as playing and some of the coaches you were under. it's got. I know it's frustrating, man. It's got to be,
is.
you know, to get them to buy into those things, and you know, like I can remember, you know, just doing. Like basketball, Coach Ray, like we would first week of practice, man, we hardly ever touched the ball.
Right.
He told me, he said, I'm gonna run the ones off that don't want to be here.
Yeah.
And we would run to almost you puked.
Yeah.
And you know, suicides and this and that and other, or run the offense without the ball. You're just running off, right? You're just moving, and we were learning, but at the same time, it was grinding and it was hard, and he was gonna find him 15 that wanted to be there, kind of like you wanted to find 11 that wanted to be there. So it's.
Well, I don't expect any more to quit, and I don't expect to have to kick any more off. I think.
You think you found your team?
I think we found them, and they bit in, and I mean, we've had wouldn't you agree, Coach? We've had a whole lot better practice this week.
Yeah, there's more continuity. I feel like there's more togetherness for whatever reason. You know,
that's the reason.
I think
honestly, it does. It brings a team together. I mean, out of some of the ones that quit or had to be let go, I mean, did that affect you on defense tremendously, or was it kind of the guys played both ways?
We need guys. You know, and again, like Coach said, and this is an excuse because every team's dealing with it, but we had 3 D linemen out last week. Killed us. Again, every team's dealing with it, but we're going to be closer to full speed this week. And you know, Coach did what he had to do as far as his team this week, and man, he got them ready as good as we can be as far as personnel. And I just, I feel the best this week that I felt going into a game this year.
Great,
for sure.
Man. Well, I'm excited for y'all. I really am, and I hope y'all have a wonderful turnout. Sure you will. I mean, y'all always draw a crowd. This community's really good, and but homecoming's always something special, and hope to get y'all's first victory.
Yeah, I hope so.
Once, like I said, they get that taste of victory, that hopefully moving forward, man, every week, it'll be a hard, intense practice without y'all having to drive them to that point. They'll just come out willingly, give all that effort, and especially during game night, give that full effort, guys. 6 seconds, and then you take about a 25, 30-second break, and you do it again.
6 seconds more. Yep.
So
that's well, I look forward to it. I really do.
Good deal.
I'm excited about watching them play tomorrow night, watching them perform. So,
well, we're excited for y'all. Well, fellas, thank y'all so much for joining us. We appreciate y'all, rooting for y'all, and we'll talk to you. I guess, Coach, we'll talk to you Saturday morning.
Yes, sir.
After winning homecoming.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
how about that?
I appreciate y'all and what you do for us.
All right, we appreciate it. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, and we're going to take us a quick break. Be back shortly.
You can help Limestone County student athletes by donating to the Bama Zack Memorial Scholarship. Send it in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama 35613, or make it in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. We'll be back with Tailgate Talk after this. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate real easy.
This is Bella LaFontaine with Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. We take care of all the basics. We take care of cockroaches, ants, wasps. As far as rodents go, most places they'll trap or poison, and that's the end of it. What we do is we're actually going to find the entry points, and we're going to take care of that for you. We do a lot of work with a lot of realtors here in town to bring houses to the closing table. So one of the big things about us is that we're not a sales company. We are a service provider. So we're not looking to meet a sales quota. We're looking to get a house ready to go to closing and get our customers taken care of. This is Bella LaFontaine, Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. We are located at 3413 6th Avenue in Huntsville, Alabama. Phone number is 256-701-7095.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. Need custom screen printing or other promotional products? Got You Covered Screen Printing and More in Athens is, well, got you covered. Screen printing, promotional items, stickers, graphic design, vinyl for signs and garments, and other customized products. They also offer local pickup and delivery services, rush orders, volume discounts, and can customize any project to meet your needs. Got You Covered guarantees to get the job done and will work hard to make sure you're completely satisfied. Call today, 444-4500, or stop by and see them at 389 West Sandifer Road in Athens. Got You Covered Screen Printing and More. The Play Action Sports Report is back in podcast form. Look for it every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform. The Play Action Sports Report. Scores, interviews, highlights, and more from school, youth, and amateur sports in Athens and Limestone County. The Play Action Sports Report every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform or online at pasnetwork.net.
This is Tyree Washington, 400-meter world champion in track and field, former NFL player, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
All right, welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Todd DeBott, Tom along with Tim Lambert, producer extraordinaire, and we're rejoined by Coach Zack Meadows, assistant football coach, but also the head coach of the track team. And we wanted to spend a little time with him, talk about track and what's going on with it and where it might be going.
Yeah, I appreciate it. First of all, these kids that we have here, are great in all sports, but I really enjoy, probably the first track meet I ever went to was the one I coached in 5 years ago. But I love these kids that do track, because, just think about it. They have to compete, they don't have to be out there. And, when a couple years ago when we got out of school for COVID, all right, I thought we really had things going. We had about 40 kids.
Wow.
We were competing, and we went to our first track meet at Athens High School, and I didn't see them again until July. So that's kind of what, so we had one track meet that year, and then last year, for whatever reason, didn't have the numbers, but really, you go to the 3A state track meet, and it seems like all the schools were that way. I guess a lot of them were virtual. They couldn't get rides to practices or the meets or whatever. So trying to get it going again like we had it going a couple years ago this year.
So have you been able to convince any of the kids that formerly ran and participated into coming back out, or are you getting a few no's on that?
No, I've been talking to them, and we should have some of those kids back out. I kind of wait until after football to start recruiting.
So when does track season run from when to when?
Well, the practice starts in February. The first meet's normally first or second week of March, or the last week of February, depending on how it falls. But
it's cold.
Yeah, it's cold. It's cold at the beginning, and then the state meets normally the first weekend in May.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun.
Now, how'd you get into track, to be the track coach? When you were in school, did you participate in track?
No, my school didn't have track. Mr. Campbell needed a track coach, and he asked me, and I was all for it, because I tell you, it's a unique situation here. We have right down the road, we have a great track facility, and most county schools don't have that. We have it down there at Blue Springs.
Yeah.
We years ago we had meets, And then we've kind of got to touch up our track, a little bit to host more meets, but we need to get that going again.
Now you have one of the. I've seen the track at Blue Springs. I've never been on it. Is it that same kind of material that like at Athens High School, or is it asphalt?
No, it's asphalt, but the smaller schools, most of those don't have the rubber track. They're asphalt anyway, and for instance, Falkville, they're asphalt, but they have a really nice facility. Yeah. They keep it up well, and that's what I want to get back to here, so we can start hosting again.
This might be a dumb question, but I've always wondered, because several times when I was younger and could run, I'd go up to Athens High School and just run their track, and man, it's a total different feel than asphalt. And if it's not something that you're accustomed to running, so say if you've been on asphalt for most of the season, now here you are in the regions or whatever, and you're at this big stadium with this rubber track. I mean, does it affect your runners at all?
Yeah, I think they like it better. Luckily here, Athens hosts one early, and they have the rubber track, and normally they do 3 or 4 years, so that really helps us prepare for sectional, which would be rubber, and obviously state. So Athens does a great job, and we're just fortunate, right up the highway that we get to be in those meets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, as a former high jumper.
Yeah, state. Don't say former high jumper. This man holds a state record.
Wow.
For, was it 1A or 2A?
Well, then it was 1A, 2A.
Okay, now it's just 1A?
Yeah.
Yeah, he still holds the record.
Right. That's awesome.
I know. He's looking at Tim going, there, this dude can't jump 2 inches, and he's got the state record.
Yeah, I believe it.
Of course, that was what, 50?
I was a few hundred pounds.
45 years ago? 50, I don't know. What? Were you a senior?
76, yeah.
Okay, so 76. But yeah, state champion.
But I can remember running at we did some meets at Calhoun, and they had the cinder track back then.
Yeah.
And I did a little bit of running until I could just kind of put that aside and just concentrate on high jumping. But that cinder track, it was
different.
It was different.
I played tennis there, and I stunk, and so Coach Sharman would. In order to, I guess he thought I was going to get better by the more I just ran laps. I didn't, but anyway. But, I've always wondered that, just, because I know most times, especially smaller schools, during the season, they compete on an asphalt track, and I've always wondered, man, here you are in a big competition, and I just wondered if it affected anybody. I know, it's only for the people that run the track. It doesn't affect the, shot put or anything like that. Speaking of those kind of events, do you have enough people to feel like the shot put, javelin, long jump, all those different events?
Not every event. That's what we got to do a better job of that, recruiting those kids here. I think they get to practice, they're going to have to run a lot. I think that's the issue. But we have all the equipment down at Blue Springs to actually practice that.
That's awesome.
So, we're very fortunate. So that's after football, with respect to the other sports that are going on. Basketball and then softball and baseball. I'm going to recruit hard because we can have success here. I was at the state meet last year. Man, if we had 15 more kids, we would be competing for maybe a top 5 state finish.
Oh,
so it's just kind of the way it was last year.
Well, that does stink. Well, listen, if anybody's hearing this, whether it's a parent, grandparent, young person in school, give it a thought, man. Find Coach Meadows out, seek him out, and just maybe ask some of your friends that's participated in track, and ask them about it and join up. Listen, man, track is one of those things. We had track teams in school. I went to East Limestone, but I never. The only thing I ever did was my basketball coach, Coach Drake, made me run cross country one year because they didn't have enough people. And God bless those kids, because, oh, my gosh, that was terrible for me. Bible school would dominate, and, all you see is yellow and green running in front of you all day long, and I'd be in the back, just miserable. But track, another thing about track, too, is, it's a team, but it's individual. And you have to have a lot of discipline and will to, you got, you can't just go to practice, especially if you're running, say, 400 meters or something like that. You got to get out there and run at home, and it takes a special kid to play a sport like that, I think.
It does. It's I love track meets, so much energy and competitiveness, and it takes self-motivation. I mean, you got to coach, but You know,
well, and during the meet, you can't be everywhere.
Yeah, you can't be everywhere.
You got 3 events going on,
Yeah.
and you know, speaking of which, like, how do you decide sometimes? Is it just on the individual, like, hey, I really need to support him more, though, than him or her? Or is it, or do you have a particular sport that you focus on?
Well,
or not sport, but event?
You know, I had an assistant coach, a great assistant coach that knew everything about him. He was great. Unfortunately, he passed away last year, Mr. Julian Owens. So we used to kind of split that up, trade it out, but I just kind of jump around the track meets. It's wide open. So.
I've never been to a gym meet, but track meets. I have been to track meets. And I've always kind of felt like maybe that's what a gym meet's like. Because, like I said, you've got so many. You want to watch everything, but you can't. You know, it's hard as a person in the stands to focus on what you like best. But I'm always intrigued by like the shot putters and people like that. And of course, anybody like 100-yard dash is probably my favorite thing to watch. I mean, it's amazing. Here we are sitting in the end zone, and we're looking down at the other end zone, and somebody can, run from this end to that end, faster than you can warm up a hot dog in the microwave or something. I mean, it's just, it's like, holy smoke.
It's exciting. We've had some good runners the past few years. We just need more of them.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, Coach, man, thanks for joining us again. And like I said, guys, if y'all, anybody, boys and girls, y'all are listening, think about it, man. Join, sports in general is such a wonderful thing to participate in, any sport. But, track is something that's unique where you're a team, but yet you can still be your own individual. And Coach Meadows, wonderful coach. So, check him out in the hallways and sign up. And we're going to take us a quick break, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Missed part of this week's show? Archives are available on our website. You can also hear us on your favorite podcast platform, including iTunes, Google, Amazon, and more. Just check out the podcast page at tailgatetalk.net for a list of available apps and links. We'll be back with more of Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC.
Hey guys, this is Joanna for CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. Many of you are searching for Bible study materials for your Bible classes. Our best-selling Bible curriculum, Discovering God's Way, is a reliable tool for teaching students of all ages through the Bible in its entirety. We're sure you'll love this curriculum, and if you'd like to see other options of Bible classes, we'll be happy to help you select from our topical studies. So stop struggling with the search and come by and let us help you select reliable and meaningful study materials for your class today. CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications, taking his hand, helping each other home.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65.
Ardmore Telephone Company has been operating right here in your community since the 1950s. Over the years, we've brought you advanced communication services such as telephone, high-speed internet, and security systems. And going forward, we'll be right here ready to provide you with innovative services and the high level of customer service you've come to expect. At Ardmore Telephone, our proof is the test of time, running decades deep. We're Ardmore Telephone, and we are here to stay. For more details, call 1-800-830-9946 or visit ardmore.net.
Quality Vinyl is on your side. Quality Vinyl in Athens has been in business since 1987, offering great prices and service the whole time. What has changed is the technology of their products. From vinyl siding and shutters, sunrooms and screen rooms, to doors, windows, columns, and rails. Quality Vinyl, located on the corner of Highway 72 and Reed Road in Athens, just 6 miles west of I-65. Call 232-2665 or visit them online at qualityvinyl.net. Quality Vinyl is on your side. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
This is Shelby Davis, West Limestone head football coach, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
All right, welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. You're joined here with Todd Tomerlin and producer extraordinary Tim Lambert. And now join us is assistant principal, and bless his heart, having to be out here with Coach Clint Legg, but we've got former West Limestone girls head basketball coach Ben Campbell. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are y'all doing today?
I'm fine. And so I'm gonna call you Coach. To me, once a coach, always a coach.
Yeah, I got that.
You know, I don't know, but congratulations on being here. We were talking a little bit off air, and you being from Florence, this is a much better drive for you.
Yeah.
I know you were at East Limestone. You probably didn't know my son because you were in the middle school, correct? Or am I dreaming?
I was.
Yeah, my son was a little older, but it was Gage Tomerlin. I don't know if you knew Gage.
Yeah.
He is autism.
Okay.
But
yeah.
Guy. But I remember meeting you then, and we've had you on the show years ago when you were a coach interviewing you. But so this is really great, man. Great event. First annual Clements Colt Stampede, right?
Yeah, it's turned out to be the weather.
Yeah,
we were worried about the weather at the beginning of the week, how it's going to chance of rain and storms, but man, there's feels like no humidity.
No, this is a great night. I hope y'all have this tomorrow night.
Oh, me too.
This would be perfect football.
Absolutely.
Weather.
Homecoming's tomorrow night against Colbert Heights, and love for everybody to show up. It's going to be an exciting game. It's an important game for us.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll be an exciting night.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, yeah, if you're listening, and especially if you're a former alumni, man, come out and support, your Clements Colts.
Absolutely.
It's an important night, them being 0-3 and coming off a really good week of practice. The guys are fired up and they're ready to get a win. So it'd be cool to see those stands packed, man, everybody cheering.
Absolutely. Homecoming night. I tell you what, you talked about Mr. Legg being here. He's I've worked with two great principals, with Mr. Harrell and Dr. Newton, but Clint loves this place more than about any human being can love a place, and he's got spirit, you can see it. You can see it trickle down to the community, and I mean, like you said, look out here tonight. We've got tons of elementary kids. Yeah. We've got a ton of games going. Duncan Booth. Man, it's a great night. It's going to be a great weekend. We're excited about it.
Yeah, this is something that I hope that y'all can obviously continue, next year and beyond. It's a great way to bring the community together, especially the night before kickoff for homecoming. And you're right, man, just to see everybody running around, all you hear is a lot of laughing and carrying on. And, it's a great idea. I'm glad y'all are doing it and hope it continues.
I'm going to have to give that credit to Mr. Legg and Stacy Pope. They CAA has really – Stacy Pope, Wendy Albritton, Don Ridgway, they did a great job of getting all this stuff together and planning this out, and the band boosters.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got the part about Clements, which is fantastic, is how much it's family.
Yeah. And it is. It's a wonderful community. It really is. It's weird. I went to East, graduated from there, still live in that community, but it's not East. It's not, because we've had so many people move in from out of state. And it's just, and it's not the same school. That was torn down years ago. The only thing that's remaining practically that was there when I was there is the football field, and the baseball field. But that's one thing, we've got a lot of communities in this area: Ardmore, Elkmont, y'all West. I mean, all y'all, just support each team. I don't care what kind of event it is. Like, y'all are having this pancake breakfast coming up to support the varsity girls basketball team, and I encourage anybody listening, I don't care what school your kid goes to, support each other.
Absolutely.
But like Elkmont has one each year, and it is mind-blowing.
Right.
Like, I don't think there's no one from Elkmont that doesn't come out there and support that thing. So y'all can, and y'all can do that too, and y'all will do. I had one years ago, and just kind of threw it together, and I think I made like $800 or $900 from my autism deal.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a lot of effort. I mean, once you find the volunteers to cook and to serve, and y'all don't even have to clean up because y'all are doing it to go.
Well, that and Applebee's. Applebee's all around. I used to do it when I was in Florence, coaching in Florence, and we did it in Applebee's in Florence, and then obviously the Applebee's in Athens. But they're a great supporter of our local schools and helping us out. And obviously what y'all do each week and just getting a little bit of recognition for these local schools. I can't tell you how much we appreciate that, what y'all do.
Well, we appreciate y'all always having us, and y'all are always very welcoming, and we love coming out here and covering the football and basketball games. And I think, am I mistaken, did y'all do a baseball game out here last year, Tim? Or was it? Yeah, I thought so. So we're starting to do a little bit of baseball now as well. So, and that's the reason. We want to give these kids recognition and for all the hard work that they do. And, I don't know if they think it's cool or not to be able to go back and listen to the games and hear their name called. I don't know. But that's part of the reason we do it. But
well, I remember. I mean, it's, don't get me wrong, it's been over 20 years, but I remember I've got the tapes of my games back on the radio. I'm sure these kids, when they find it, now they might not use tapes anymore, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Listen, I was going to say 8-track, but I don't even think anybody would know what that meant.
My wife corrects me every time, so at least on a daily basis, I'll be like, man, this show's coming on. It's really cool. I'm going to tape it. We don't tape anymore. It's recording. I'm like, well, what? You knew what I meant, I still use that terminology, so it shows you how old I am. But it's just something that sticks in my head. Yeah, I'm going to tape that show.
That's right.
But, growing up, I always thought it was a big deal to see my name in the paper when it got in there.
Absolutely.
So, hopefully these, and it's really cool, too, to, say if you have some grandparents that maybe just can't come to the game, or some other family members or friends that maybe live off somewhere or just whatever, gives them opportunity to be able to listen to their aunt or nephew or niece or whoever play ball and grandchild. So, but thank y'all for always having us, and thank you for all you do out here. Y'all, I think you and Coach Legg are a wonderful team.
Yeah,
and you really are. And not that there was a lot to get better, but like you said, Clint he died for this place. He truly bleeds maroon, or whatever color y'all call it. I call it maroon. Is it maroon and black, or do y'all call it something else?
Oh, man, you probably put me on the spot. I don't know. I just thought everything was red. If it looks something like red, it's just that, man.
Yeah, it's funny because when I was in school, East Limestone was maroon and white. Those were our colors. Now it's cardinal and maize or something yellow. I don't know. Coach Kavner brought that Florida State love in years ago.
Yeah.
And I used to always rag him on it, stinking Florida State. Pitiful. Yeah, Tim's giving us the old chop. But man, good luck to y'all this Friday. Good luck to y'all rest of the season. We're always rooting for y'all. I'm not going to. Well, I mean, I don't care to say it, but there's been a lot of times I've sat up in that booth and y'all be playing in another county school.
Yeah.
But I'm rooting for you.
Well, man, I
really like
much.
this. I don't know why. Obviously I've had friends here, Clint. Now they just graduated from here, but I just think a lot of it's just because I admire the way the community comes together. And, and y'all, like you said, it's kind of family, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's why I kind of pull for y'all in any sport to have some success. So
yeah.
But like I said, good luck to y'all. Thanks so much for joining us, and hope you have a really good rest of the school year.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate y'all having me.
All right.
Thanks for coming out tonight.
All right, buddy.
See you, man.
Thanks, man. We're going to take us a quick break. We were just joined by Assistant Principal Ben Campbell here at Clements, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Look for Tailgate Talk on Facebook. Just search for Tailgate Talk and make the connection. Call or text us with your comments during the show at 256-812-1848. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint, peeling off your walls? Shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured. Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Smith's Heating and Cooling in Elkmont is your friendly local contractor servicing most brands of equipment and proudly installing industry-leading Rheem systems. Whether it's an air conditioner, gas furnace, heat pump, or indoor air quality system, Smith's Heating and Cooling takes pride in their exceptional installation and 24/7 customer service after the fact. They offer financing too. Call 777-5450 today to schedule an appointment or a free no-obligation consultation. Smith's Heating and Cooling. Call 777-5450. Visit them on Facebook or online at smithsheatingandcoolingllc.com. At Hendricks Power Washing and Striping, your property is their priority. Power washing, striping, seal coating, crack filling, and asphalt maintenance, rain or shine, day or night. Call Colby for a free quote at 256-763-1740. Visit their Facebook page and see what they've done for other satisfied customers. Give your home or business that brand spanking new look, courtesy of Hendricks Power Washing and Striping. Licensed and insured. Call 256-763-1740. Hendricks Power Washing and Striping.
This is Bella LaFontaine with Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. We take care of all the basics. We take care of cockroaches, ants, wasps. As far as rodents go, most places they'll trap or poison, and that's the end of it. What we do is we're actually going to find the entry points, and we're going to take care of that for you. We do a lot of work with a lot of realtors here in town to bring houses to the closing table. So one of the big things about us is that we're not a sales company. We are a service provider. So we're not looking to meet a sales quota. We're looking to get a house ready to go to closing and get our customers taken care of. This is Bella LaFontaine, Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. We are located at 3413 6th Avenue in Huntsville, Alabama. Phone number is 256-701-7095.
Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy. Check out the WKAC sports page. Go to WKAC1080.com and click on the WKAC sports icon. You can listen to the current sports stream as well as game archives, past coaches shows, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk on demand. If you're on your smartphone, you can stay automatically updated as new items are posted. The WKAC sports page. Another reason why your best source for Limestone County sports is WKAC1080.com and 1080 WKAC.
Hi, this is Scott Hunter, former Alabama Crimson Tide and NFL quarterback, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
All right, welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk coverage here. Clements Colt Stampede.
Get it right.
First annual, and it's going to be something hopefully that we can continue throughout the years. Speaking of through the years, man, we're joined by, he won't say it, I'll say it for him. He's a legend. He's right there with, Coach Leg's more of a legend than he's mine, but you're a true legend in this community, and that's LC Gill. LC, how you doing, brother?
I'm good.
I know you didn't want to be recognized as the legend you are.
Whatever.
But, now, the reason he is a legend, let's just get to that, was 1983-84. Basketball in this county was huge. Tanner ranked, Athens ranked,
Clements ranked,
East ranked at that time. All of us, with the exception of Athens, were 2A.
Yeah.
So we were in the same county, same area, and we had some of the best basketball games. I don't care what anybody says.
You're right.
Played ever in this county. Share some of those. It ain't gotta be just at Clements East. Share some of your memories about basketball.
Back then, Todd, I think it's nothing like it is now. Back when we played, everybody was we was friends before the game, we was friends during the game, and we was friends after the game. Nobody ever tried to fight.
No.
Nowadays, nobody want to talk to each other out there. We sat there. If somebody, what I don't understand now, if the other team fall, nobody want to help them up.
Yeah, that's
we
crazy.
happy up and go right back at it.
Heck yeah.
That's
what it's about.
Lord, the battles we had.
Oh man.
And it seemed like every time we played, the gyms was full. It didn't matter where it was.
Standing room
Athens,
only.
East. It was packed.
I don't know if you remember this or not, but our senior year, we played y'all for our home game in the Athens gym because our gym just wouldn't hold the people.
Exactly.
And Athens,
and I do remember that.
Yeah, you remember that? Athens, I'm sure they got part of the gate or concessions or something. I mean, I'm sure they got paid. But, I mean, like.
If you remember, Todd, if you went up for a layup, and then stepped out of you run over people.
Exactly. You would run
everywhere.
smack dab into them. Absolutely. I mean, and I wish for that so much that could come back. I don't know what happened, when it happened. Do you? I mean, can you remember like where the fall? I worked night shift for several years after we got out of high school, so I was, I missed a lot of those games. And it seemed like when I came back about 15 years later and was able to start going to some, I was like, where's everybody at?
Right. Nobody goes to the football games. Nobody comes to the basketball games anymore. And then you wonder why the kids don't have no spirit.
Yeah, no spirit,
desire.
Nobody's there. Yeah, nobody's there to perform for. I mean, like, we've covered, like, James Clements and Bob Jones.
Right.
James Clements, Bob Jones. And only a third of the stands are full. I mean, you would think, come on, man, if there had been James Clements back in 1983 and a Bob Jones, like when we went to Bob Jones, that place, I mean, people would throw stuff on the court, man, at the officials,
Well, just imagine if we was big as those schools back then.
Dude. There wouldn't have been gym big enough. We'd have had to play the Civic Center.
Yeah,
and and I know people think I'm like building, blowing smoke, but I don't.
You could ask anybody. Those games, those days, was fun.
You couldn't get a ticket.
No. They come early. They come during the junior game just to sit there and we play.
That's the truth. Them 7th and 8th and 9th graders got to play in front of a packed house.
Right. Everybody waiting on us.
Everybody's waiting on us.
And in tournament time.
Oh my gosh, man.
You couldn't beat it.
You couldn't. It was so much fun, man.
The whole atmosphere is different.
Y'all were so good. You, Barry Kirk, of course, Buck.
We had Lester Johnson. Talk about us. We never could beat y'all in tournament time.
Well, so that's the thing. So, and I grew up with Wine Creek. Wine and me went to Junior Newman together when we were little. Fourth grade. During the Christmas break, I guess like the county sign was like right by our house, and I guess Mom and Dad just sent me to city school because it was a lot closer. And the law came in and said, "No, you ain't doing that no more." So, and thank God for that, because I still had tons of friends who went to Athens and stuff, but man, East Limestone I just loved it. So I'm glad I was able to have that experience. But like I don't even know where I was going with all that, but. I was just sitting there, trying to think. I mean, there's so many memories coming back now that Jimmy was sitting together. And just think. So that was 1984. So 40 years, whatever.
Is it 83?
83, 84. So, and you and me are still tight. I mean, I consider.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think we consider each other
still
close friends.
Yeah.
We had loved ones in a funeral home together. We'd run in a funeral home, nursing home together sometimes, and it was always good to see you there. I hated, while we were there,
the
situation. But, we still have those memories, and we can still share them together.
But that's how it was back then.
Exactly.
Nobody had a beef back then, except Ardmore.
Everybody
Ardmore, but
they had their own issues, and they went a lot deeper than sports. Let's put it that way.
But everybody else, you played with them. I mean, like Athens, Brody Black.
Yeah, they were good, man.
Yeah, I mean, but we all friends. We knew the guys. We talked before the game. You talked after the game.
A lot of times we played on summer teams together.
Right.
From mixed schools. And close enough to do that. I made the mistake of. Now I can't think of Rodney's last name. Played at Athens. Went on to play football like at MTSU. Rodney, big man, muscular. Dadgummit. Anyway.
I know you're talking about.
That's
Big
terrible.
old
He was
boy.
big. But old Rodney got after if you can imagine that. Somebody wanted to, I used to run my mouth a little bit.
No, not you, Todd.
Not me. It wasn't, and I say just a little bit because there's only a little bit of time I got in the game to run my mouth. But you know what? It's just saying that, dude, I can't tell you how much fun it was. I had the front row view, I'm right there, to watch all my friends go up and down the court, wishing, man, and there were times I did get a play, but, in meaningful situations, but I wasn't going to be in with 10 seconds on the clock and 1 point down. I wasn't going to be in the game. But just some of the listen, I got to share this, Tim.
I probably ain't gonna like this.
You ain't gonna like this, LC.
Okay.
So of course we taped all the games back then. I think this was I'm pretty sure this was at Clements High School.
Todd.
They won the game.
Todd.
And I did not bring you on here to share this memory,
Todd.
LC.
We finna fight.
Listen, man, I love you, and this is something I'm doing out of love.
Oh, well,
This is out of
don't love me right now.
Don't love you right
No,
now?
We good. You ain't gotta love me.
Well, one of the two of us were in the game, and one of the two of us went up for a dunk, and one of the two of us caught the front of the rim and landed on our butt. I won't say which one of the two of us it was, but I will say I'm 5'5", so, and white. So
It ain't got nothing.
I could touch the rim, though.
I really don't like him at the moment.
But we had the biggest time. And listen, that was y'all killed us that night. And my junior year, y'all beat us 3 times. You beat us in the regular season twice and at the Athens Christmas tournament.
Mm-hmm. And then when it meant the most.
Yeah, well, we got y'all in the county tournament finals and then in the area tournament finals. And back then, that's another thing that's changed a lot. Man, to me, it's a lot easier path to get to the state now than it was back then.
If we was playing today, we'll be in a tournament.
Oh, my gosh. that'd have been a walk-in.
Yeah.
It would have been both of them. And this is so weird, LC. I can remember in my mind, and I don't know, I just remember being on a school bus. I don't know if I was coming back from a game, going to a game. I don't know where I was at, but I was on a school bus. And thinking, I kind of felt sorry for y'all. I really did. Y'all were my friends, and y'all weren't getting to experience what we were getting to experience. And it was really cool.
Every year.
And y'all were good enough to experience that.
Right.
It was just like you said. If that setup would have been then like it is now, there's no doubt. We would have probably been meeting up in the finals, to be honest.
Yeah.
Very possibly.
Well, that was the good days.
It sure was. I mean, it was, remember we had like Danville and West Morgan in our area, and I don't know, there was like 14 teams in the area, and only one winner got to go. Wasn't none of that's runner-up stuff.
Whoever
now you got 4
tournament.
teams in the area, and 2 teams get to advance. That's, not that that's whatever. I mean, it is what it is, but it's a much easier path.
Now, I think, what year did the three-pointer start?
It was after us.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it was like the year after. It was the year or 2 after we left.
Yeah, if we had that.
Oh, yeah, with Buck.
Yeah,
it would have been. No, you're right. I ain't gonna lie.
With
I mean, we'd have probably had to move Roy to the outside instead of inside with you, playing post. But he would have been our best option. Daisy, was pretty good.
But ain't no way they could have kept old Buck.
No. Oh, Lord, no. And I've said that 100 times. You can ask anybody that if we'd had a three-pointer back then, there would have been 2 records. First, it would have been Bo Bird.
Yeah.
And then Buck would have probably broke Bo Bird's record.
With ease.
Yeah. Because, I mean, and I said that to one of the coaches earlier, 25-footers wasn't nothing. Wasn't nothing. And when he jumped, listen, y'all, like I said, I'm 5'5", so I know I'm not tall, but, his feet were in my face.
Yeah.
He had a jumper. Yes, he could sky.
But one thing about him now, he wasn't coming up under the goal.
No, he didn't want none of that physical stuff. But when you can do what he did, you didn't have to, man.
But see, and that's the way we played, though. Me and Kurt was going to get the rebound.
Yeah.
99% of the time.
Yeah.
And he just take off. We just chunk it.
Just chunk it. But it was, we had such, and you bring up a great point, too, because we didn't hate each other.
No.
Had respect.
Right.
Might not have, patted each other on the butt during the game so much, but still, like you said, if somebody fell down, we're going to pick them up.
Yeah, they don't have that down.
No, they don't have that now.
And I heard that's what they teach them. If they fall down, you don't help them up.
No. But and that's what's crazy too, because at the same time, they're not as intense or I won't say work as hard. That's probably not a good way to put it. But one thing for sure, and this goes all the way back probably 15, 20 years. I've been in locker rooms where kids have lost games. close games, shot at the buzzer, whatever, and they just, hey man, how many points did I have? Not enough, dude. That's how many points you had. You just got beat. You worried about stats or worried about where you and your girlfriend going to eat. You should have been worried about that rebound that you didn't get or that free throw you missed or that bad pass you made.
Well, see, now, Todd, the kids is playing. A lot of time, the parent is living through the kid.
Yeah.
You know, they trying to get them kids to do what they couldn't do in school.
Yeah. And the kid don't really want to do it.
The kid don't really want to do it.
That's a great point.
And then and then when they get home, they hear, how many points did you get? How many points?
Yeah.
You know,
it's a team.
My daddy never. My dad, did y'all win?
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
I mean, right?
Did you win?
Did you win?
No.
Yep.
Well, did you lose? You know, just. That's how we was raised. We wouldn't know how many points you got, how many rebounds.
Man, we would have got smacked if somebody would have said that. I can see somebody going, man, how many points did I have? And one of the coaches here, you asked that after you just got beat.
That was talking about my free throws. Cause, you know, I guess me and Shaq had something in common.
Y'all had some little issues from the line.
I couldn't really.
We had instead of the Shack attack, we had the LC whatever.
Y'all did foul it. But y'all fouled and cheated all the time, though.
Well, hey, you got to do what you got to do to win, bro. I mean, you know what I'm saying? we would work on it during the regular season, but then we'd perfect it in the county and area finals.
Y'all set us up.
Set y'all up, make you feel good.
Oh, we got
butter the refs a little bit before the game. But I'm telling you, I really do wish that some of these kids could have seen some of the tapes of us, and they'd be amazed at the people standing around that Athens gym up against the wall and Clements gym east.
I think you see a game every now and then like that, but not as much
rare, dude.
Yeah, that we had it back in the day.
You know, and y'all were the same way. When you got to a big game, like say if y'all were coming to East, y'all stands would already be filled up,
when we get there.
waiting for y'all to walk in so they could clap for you and stuff. And you know, man, that's a big feeling when
it was Tanner, East, Athens, and us, I guess.
Yeah, we were the four that were usually ranked.
If we was playing each other, it was going to be packed.
Oh, absolutely. Without even my senior year, the only teams that we played at home were Tim's Bible School and Ardmore and Elkmont. Just about every other game we played was at Athens. And I'm sure it worked out financially for Athens and East. But for us, Athens had a really nice big gym. So and it was always kind of weird to me too, because with y'all's gym was a little bit bigger, it seemed, than ours.
Yeah, and newer than y'all.
Yeah, newer. Ours only had 5 or 6 rows of bleachers. That's how high it went, and then a stage at the end, and it was just, it was like real tight, right? Like if you stood out of bounds to throw the ball in, especially if you're on the sidelines, you almost had to turn your feet sideways so you wouldn't be standing on one, especially your big 14, 15 size foot, whatever kind of ski you're wearing there.
I wear 9.5.
Yeah, I hear you, 9.5. Okay. Well, I wear a 9, and I know you ain't wearing one. Well, man, LC, it's cool that you're out here supporting it. I just think it's so cool to see alumni come back and support what's going on in their community. And you've always been a big part of this. And your whole family is just loved, and they really are. And it's cool to see you out here tonight. And I really appreciate you coming and sharing some of your memories.
You made me, so it wasn't like it was.
Well, Tim, dude can do it, right? He can go. You did great, man. So you're welcome on this show anytime you want to come on, brother. Okay?
Well, I appreciate it.
Well, all right. Well, we're going to take us a quick break. Oh, we're going out. So I don't know what kind of announcement's going on, but if you can hear me, thank you so much for listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. LC, thank you so much for joining us, and all the other coaches.
Thanks for
having
me.
Good luck to the Clements Colts tomorrow night for homecoming. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Quality Vinyl is on your side. Quality Vinyl in Athens has been in business since 1987, offering great prices and service the whole time. What has changed is the technology of their products. From vinyl siding and shutters, sunrooms and screen rooms, to doors, windows, columns, and rails. Quality Vinyl, located on the corner of Highway 72 and Reed Road in Athens, just 6 miles west of I-65. Call 232-2665 or visit them online at qualityvinyl.net. Quality Vinyl is on your side. If you're running out of space and a yard sale just isn't an option, Midpoint Storage and Buddy Box Storage gives you the choice. Midpoint Storage on Highway 72 East has traditional or climate-controlled units along with spaces for your boat or RV. Buddy Box offers convenient, secured, portable storage units delivered right to your home. They're both locally owned, too. Call 256-800-4249. Look for them on Facebook or online at midpoint.storage.com or buddyboxstorage.com. It's a win-win situation. Midpoint Storage and Buddy Box Storage. 256-800-4249. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Takes a snap, he's rolling to his left, he's looking downfield, he's looking in the end zone, throws a jump ball, it's complete, touchdown, Golden Eagles.
Hi everyone, this is Greg Young. Join me for Golden Eagle football every Friday night on WKAC1080.com.
Athens High School football, also on your WKAC Sports app or on your Amazon or Google Home device by saying Play WKAC Sports. Listen for the radio replays Saturdays at noon and check out the archives on the WKAC Sports page. Golden Eagle football all season long from 1080 WKAC. You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk live on location. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Join us next Saturday at 10 a.m. on 1080 WKAC. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.